Hello, you are tuning into Vietnam Today from Nhân Television. I'm Nguyen, and now let's check our headlines for this hour. Prime Minister called for more Chinese investment. Enhancing Vietnam-Switzerland legislature ties. And Ninh Bình promotes tourism combined with bear preservation. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính called on Chinese investors to expand investment in Vietnam while addressing the Vietnam-China Trade and Investment Cooperation Forum in Beijing on June the 28th, within the framework of his official visit to China.
Vietnam-China Trade and Investment Cooperation Forum was attended by Chinese Vice Premier Liu Kuo-tung, leaders of ministry and agencies, and representatives from more than 350 enterprises of both Vietnam and China. Vice Premier Liu said Vietnam is China's fourth largest trade partner in the world, with two-way trade hitting $175 billion in 2022. China encourages and creates favorable conditions for competing enterprises to invest in Vietnam. Addressing the forum, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính stressed the need to find the best solution for investors and researchers to contribute to the development of bilateral relations. He said it is necessary to have an inclusive working group on trade and investment, adding that there remains ample room to further develop the economic, trade and investment relations between the two countries.
Now, National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ and President of the National Council of Switzerland, Martin Candinas, on Wednesday agreed to strengthen cooperation between the two nations and two legislative bodies at bilateral and multilateral forums.
National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ affirmed that Vietnam always attaches importance to its traditional friendship and cooperation with Switzerland. Regarding parliamentary cooperation, he expressed his hope that the two sides will continue to maintain the exchange of delegations, including among parliament committees and parliamentarians. He highly praised Swiss businesses in Vietnam for creating many jobs and bringing more green technology to the country. He pointed out the commitment of the Vietnamese National Assembly and government to creating favorable conditions for foreign businesses, including Swiss enterprises, to operate in the country long term. Martin Candinas affirmed that Switzerland is always interested in and wishes to sign the free trade agreement soon, because this will certainly pave the way for two-way economic, trade and investment cooperation.
Now, Deputy Prime Minister Trần Hồng Hà and Dutch Minister of Infrastructure and Water Management Mark Habers co-chaired the 8th meeting of the Vietnam-Netherlands Intergovernmental Committee on Climate Change, Adaptation and Water Management in The Hague. The two sides conducted a strategic policy dialogue on climate change response and water management, updated on related policies and priority activities of both Vietnam and the Netherlands. The Vietnamese side made specific cooperation proposals in the priority areas of climate change response, water management, green agriculture, circular economy, flood management, seaports, digital transformation, and human resource training. The Dutch side acknowledged the proposals, affirming that it will continue coordinating with relevant agencies of Vietnam. Positive signs for durian export to the UK. And Ninh Bình promotes tourism combined with bear preservation. Now, with many years of research on Vietnam's fruits that have potential and advantages for being exported to the UK market, TT Meridian, a company specializing in the distribution of Vietnamese agricultural products in the European countries, sees bright prospects for durian export to this market.
According to TT Meridian, the UK market has many customer segments. Vietnamese durian can target Asian customers, as well as manufacturers and processors of durian products such as ice cream, yogurt, and smoothies. To stand firm in this competitive market, however, it is a need to make some changes. One of the difficulties for children exporters in the procedure for getting a certificate of origin for shipments from the Vietnamese authorities. Once difficulties are removed, Vietnamese durian can maintain a stable market share in the UK. Currently, the specialty is emerging as the product with the most outstanding export performance.
As an ideal destination for tourists interested in animal welfare and wildlife conservation in Vietnam, over the past time, Ninh Bình Bear Sanctuary has promoted and focused on developing tourism products combined with bear preservation, aiming to raise awareness of wildlife protection to the community.
47 bears who were victims of bear farming for bile have found their home at Ninh Bình Bear Sanctuary. The facility has 8 semi-wild areas, giving bears living space close to nature. Here, visitors can witness bears' outdoor activities through a 250-meter-long elevated route, join the interactive bear exhibit, learn more about bear life and the work of bear caretakers.
I find it much more interesting than the previous tours I have experienced. Here I not only see the bears, but also hear stories about how they have been rescued and preserved. I feel more conscious about wildlife protection in general.
Ninh Bình Province determines that this is a project that is not only humane in nature, but also has international influence. The participation of Ninh Bình Bear Sanctuary on the tourist map has added an attractive destination for wildlife rescue and protection. The center operates a sustainable tourism model that combines behavior change education, focusing on the message, treat animals with respect, sympathy, and understanding, and say no to wildlife products.
The center is focusing on building the second phase of the project. At the same time, tourism and education activities are continuously promoted to schools, and exhibitions are deployed at locations in Hanoi or other cities.
In 2022, Ninh Bình Bear Sanctuary welcomed more than 10,000 visitors and received many positive reviews, especially from international visitors, as well as school and family groups. Heart-touching stories about bears' lives in former bear farms and their miraculous resilience after being rescued made the facility better known among holiday makers.
And that's the end for today's bulletin. Thanks for your watching and goodbye for now.